Hello friends, now we are going to discuss about the atomic properties. Out of them, the first one, let us see here, atomic size. Generally, atomic size is discussed in terms of atomic radius. The size of the atoms is considered in terms of atomic radius. As the radius of the atoms increases, size increases, vice versa. So let us see what is this atomic radius here. The distance between the nucleus and the outermost orbit of an atom is considered as the atomic radius of that atom. Suppose let us consider this is an atom. From the nucleus to the outermost orbit of that atom is considered as radius of that atom. This distance is called as atomic radius. Based upon the atomic radius, you can calculate the size or volume of that atom. So now, as it is the distance from the nucleus to the outermost orbit, its units will be meters, centimeters, nanometers, micrometers, angstroms. These all can be taken. And as these atoms are very smaller in size, these quantities will be very micro. Now, the units of atomic radius generally taken are angstroms. We know 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power of minus 10 meters or 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters. So generally used units for the atomic radius are angstroms. Now the atomic radius is the distance between the nucleus and outermost orbit of an atom is called its atomic radius. Atomic size or atomic volume is expressed in terms of atomic radius. Now let us see how this atomic size or atomic radius varies in the groups and periods of modern periodic table. First let us consider in groups. To explain or to understand the variation of atomic property, atomic radius in a group, let us consider one of the groups in the modern periodic table. Let us take the first group itself. It contains hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. These are the first A group elements, are the elements present in the alkyl metals for one A group. Now let us consider the atomic radii of these all elements. How does it vary? If you see the first element of first group elements, hydrogen, it contains only one electron. Its configuration will be 1s1. That means it has only one shell, one orbit. In that orbit, one electron is revolving for this around the nucleus. And if you consider lithium, it has 3 electrons. Its configuration is 1s2, 2s1. Means it has totally 3 electrons. 2 electrons are in the first orbit. Third electron is in the second orbit. Means it contains totally 3 electrons orbiting in 2 orbits around its nucleus. If we consider sodium, it has 11 electrons with 3 orbits. If you observe the remaining elements also in the same way, as we move from top to bottom of a group, the number of energy levels increasing from one element to another element. If we see finally first francium, there will be 7 orbits in which electrons are orbiting the nucleus. In this way, there will be 7 orbits for this francium. So what we observe here is, as we move from top to bottom in a group, the number of energy levels increasing from element to element. By that, the size of the atom also obviously increases. So we can conclude this: in a group from top to bottom, atomic size increases. Now let us see how this atomic radius vary in a period from left to right in the modern periodic table. For this also, let us consider one group or one period from this modern periodic table. Let us consider the third period: sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon. These are the elements of third period in the modern periodic table. Let us consider once again here also the number of shells existing in them. Interestingly, all the elements present in the period contain same number of energy levels. If you see for sodium, it has 3 shells. If you observe magnesium, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3 shells are there for magnesium also. And the same for the remaining all elements also, they contain electrons in their 3 orbits, which are orienting about the nucleus. But the number of electrons in the valence shell varying from element to element. That means number of valence electrons increasing from left to right in the period. At the same time, nuclear charge also increases from left to right. If you observe for sodium, there are 11 protons in the nucleus, means 11 units positive charge in the nucleus, and 1 valence electron is for sodium. If you observe for one of the elements, let us consider sodium, chlorine. It has also 3 shells only, but it is having 17 units positive charge, means 17 protons are there in the nucleus. At the same time, there are 7 electrons around the nucleus in the valence shell. So what we observed is the number of valence electrons and nuclear charge both are increasing from left to right in a period, but the number of shells is being remained same. By this, as nuclear charge of attraction and outer electron cloud both are increasing, between these two attraction also increases, so that size from left to right slowly it decreases. So in a period from left to right, atomic size decreases because the nuclear charge and outer electron cloud, that means the valence electrons, both are increasing. Between these two, attraction increases. Because of that, size shrinks. So in a period from left to right, atomic size decreases. To say accurately, the atomic size from alkali metals to halogens, it decreases. But again, after coming to halogens, that means noble gases, atomic size increases a little. This is because they are getting octet configuration and it is getting 8 electrons at its outermost shell. Because of that, there exists some repulsions between the electrons in the valence shell. To overcome those repulsions, it enlarges a little. Now we can say atomic size decreases in a period from left to right. To say inaccuracy, atomic size decreases from left to right till halogens, and it increases a little to noble gases. This is a variation of atomic size in the periods. So to say here, left to right decreases. Atomic radius in a group from top to bottom increases, in a period from left to right decreases. This is about variation of atomic size.